And I'm hitting got it because we recording, going live. We are on live. Hey.
There we go. Okay.
There we go.
All right now, come on.
So H.
So somebody is watching, and what you should, but mute yourself. Mute your phone because there's an echo.
There's an echo.
Yeah. So I think one of you are watching on your cell phone, which is a great idea, but just mute your cell phone so it doesn't give an echo back.
Who is that?
Hello, everyone. As we just ping out all these fabulous technical difficulties, y'all know what it is. When it's technical,
okay, there we go.
It's gonna be juicy. That's what it's gonna be. So this is gonna be juicy. I think one of you are watching on your cell phone, which is a great idea. There we go. We on. We are on. So we are totally. We are so live, guys. You're gonna want to definitely share this. Absolutely share it because it's gonna be so juicy. That best friend that always talking about she want a boo lover, she want a man. You want to share it right now. If you want a man, you want to make sure your girls, your dudes hear this information and hold you accountable to get the love you want. Okay. So LaVon is over there just tweaking everything out and getting everybody set up to help y'all in the background. And then we're gonna dive right on in and get started. But don't miss this opportunity. This is the opportunity to share, so that you don't leave your village behind, and that people will get the same information to hold you accountable to what you say that you want. So when you start complaining, they go, you said you wanted the boo love like LaVon and Fatima. You want them to hear the same information. Let me know when you're ready, Howard, because I'm just doing what we do while y'all setting up.
Oh, we're ready, folks. We're ready to delve right on in. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so happy to have you guys here with us. We are celebrating our 1-year anniversary. Can you believe it, Focus? It's been 1 year married, and you've been with us from the start. So everybody, before we get started, we just, again, want to say thank you so much for joining us. We, like Focus said, we want you to go ahead and tag some people in this video. Go ahead, drop their names below so they can come in and join the conversation. And LaVon and I, we're actually going to take a pause right now. We're going to share it on our personal pages because we want our friends and our families to join us.
Our real friends, our real ones, not the fake ones, not the cheerleaders, but the real ones that know us from the beginning to get on this live tonight, because we're gonna make y'all cry, we're gonna make y'all laugh, get paid, some notes. Why damn, this will be more important than the Oscars tonight. This is gonna be extraordinary. Please share this video, please. If you love us, please share the video. Take some time to watch the video because you're gonna be inspired. But we hope we reach someone tonight that want to lost in love. They want to find that love again. It's possible. It's possible. Only you gotta let go of yourself and let go of your past. So while we getting ready, please share the video. Get on YouTube Live. Hang with the Howard. Subscribe to that channel if you're not subscribed there as well. Also on Facebook as well. Hang with the Howards. Like our page yet. This is gonna be juicy tonight. It's gonna be real. We're gonna be transparent. We're gonna be unapologetic. Because in the day, God wants to be unapologetic. Because God will hear everything we do tonight. Hope someone I hear will be blessed and inspired to move forward their life and not longer be stuck in that situation. So, all right. I'm done. I'm sorry.
My husband is very passionate. He's excited about this day. We've been talking about it all day. So we are really, really excited for this opportunity to sit with you guys. We're going to go ahead and share on our Hanging with the Howards page. And just like LaVon said, if you haven't, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. We want to hear from you. We want you to join the community for Hanging with the Howards.
Yes.
Did you share it on Facebook on here? We're going to share it on Facebook. Okay. All right. So we're going to share it. We're kind of new to this focus, but we're going
y'all
to
doing
we're sharing it
wonderful.
on our page.
Wonderful. Well, that was the first lesson, right? That's the first lesson. Take notes. You got to let each other be individuals. You see how high LeVon went from 0 to 10 and then back down to 3? That's from all of the feminine energy and love he got from his woman. You know how to bring it in now. Before he would stay up there for about an hour. Right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And it was an adjustment, but I learned that he's just a passionate person. And this is what actually helps me fall in love with him more and more, because he is very passionate. And when he loves something, he's going to go hard for it. So I admire that about my husband.
Yes. Oh, I love it.
You gotta be excited. It's on our Facebook page, our personal page now. So we hope you tune in for us. I know it's been a year. It's a lot. We're gonna feel some things that you may not know, but hopefully you be inspired that you don't make the same mistakes we made in our first year of marriage, because we're gonna the great focus James said, keep it juicy tonight. So so
we're gonna keep it juicy.
Juicy, we're gonna be uncut, so we're gonna make this a good time for y'all tonight. Get your week started,
And so, speaking of focus, she already started it off, guys, but this is our level life coach. She is simply amazing, amazing. She's been with LeVon actually from the start, and then she's been with us from the start as we became a couple and as we've been on our journey. So the lovely focus James, guys, she's amazing. I promise you, if you need somebody to kind of help you, guide you through this thing called life and love in your relationship, she is the one for you. So we're going to go ahead and hand it over to our beautiful Love and Life coach Focus, because she is the host tonight. So Focus, thank you so much for joining the Howards tonight and rocking with us. Thank you so much for being on our platform and for always supporting us. So we're going to hand it over to you.
Thank you so much. And that's lesson number 2. If you're taking notes, you see how she was able to be, LeVon, it's okay that you had this relationship before me. Right. And then he incorporated his wife to make her feel comfortable. A lot of people have a lot of isms and schisms because you have people of the opposite sex in your life before you met them. So they want to be a distance. Fatima has been phenomenal because y'all know LeVon, he's everywhere, got all kind of organizations. And she is so secure within herself, and he makes her feel secure that when there's other females around, Fatima, like, let's go. I know my place. So
I sure do.
She know her place. She's very secure. And that's a direct relationship to how LeVon makes her feel around other people. And she came in secure, right? So that's second nugget already. Okay.
You dropping the Focus, you dropping the nuggets.
real quick, so she know me and her, she know from the team of dating. So she started coaching us that Monday, and I never posted to her. So she DM'd me that Monday. She was like, let's get together, start meeting up. So, every Monday. So this is like literally a Monday after I proposed to her. She did me that Monday. So I was like, let's get started. She's like, I see something, y'all. I see a channel. And I was like, what? I was got engaged. I'm like, I'm not saying no channel.
But you know what, guys? The beautiful thing about that whole experience is that she did see something inside of us, and we're here on our channel 1 year later. We have an LLC. We're going to get more into that, but it's amazing to know that you have people in your corner that believe not only in your love and your relationship, but believe in your brand and what you stand for. And so I think that it was God's send. If you ask me, I think that Focus was God's send. So
thank you. You two are so coachable, and that's the third one. You got to be coachable. You got to be in the spirit realm. Everything is not flesh. I mean, the flesh getting started. That's how you
right.
Praise the Lord. But then you also got to know that this life is bigger than us, right? So let's jump in, and we're gonna jump in with some funny things, right? I love this story. I was literally crying in our session with laughter. So we're gonna start off with the worst first birthday as a married woman by none other than Fatima. Now, if you know LeVon, your cheeks probably already perking up to laugh already, right? But if you don't know LeVon yet, listen, don't be going all in on him on the comments, okay? Right. We all love LeVon here, but Fatima, come on and tell us.
Oh my goodness. So
Best worst birthday.
Yes, and it's so funny that we call it that because it was the best worst birthday. So everybody, if you don't know, my birthday is January 6th. And this was my first birthday as a married woman celebrating with Levon. And every Levon knows that I love movies. He knows that I love, cartoons. I know I'm a big kid, guys. I'm a big kid. But he had me pumped up for about, it was like a month. I think it was maybe like 2 to 3 weeks. He had me pumped up like, babe, don't make no plans. We're going to do, I got a surprise for you for your birthday. Now, everybody that knows, Levon likes to go big for the surprise, okay? He likes to go big. So I was so excited, y'all. And ladies, how many know that when your man say he got a surprise, you're like, oh, okay, let me get my hair done, let me get cute. And I always, listen, when me and Levon was courting, I told him, listen, you can propose to me, but just make sure my hair and my nails is done, okay? So the same rule applied, okay? Make sure whatever the surprise is, that, I'm right, I gotta be right. So y'all, so we come to the week, right? I'm so excited. I'm like telling my girlfriends, like, yo, what you think it is? I'm asking my sister and my cousin, like, what did he tell y'all what the surprise is? Did he tell you? They like, oh, we don't know. So here it comes, the day of the surprise, y'all. And I was so excited. I left work and I was like, y'all better find out what the surprise is. Did my makeup, I did my hair, I got cute and everything. So we get in the car, y'all. He would not give me no clue, none. We get in the car, we're driving. I keep asking him, like, hey, where is it? It's my birthday now. You can tell me, right? He like, nope, he not telling me nothing. So we're riding in the car, y'all, and it seems like we're driving for about a good, hour. And I'm like, oh, this must be good because we're going far out. Listen, and we've been stuck in the house because of the pandemic, so I'm so excited. So we pull into this parking lot. It's no cars in the parking lot. So I'm like, oh, this is exclusive. We out in the boondocks somewhere. It's nighttime. He trying to set it right. We parked the car, and he like, surprise. And I'm like, oh, it's the movies. Okay. I sat there for a second and I just was like, the movies? Now, mind you, guys, we just went to the movies 3 days before this. Just went. But, it's okay. It's okay. So we get to the movies. I'm still kind of like, this can't be the surprise because, okay, all right. So we get in the movies and I'm like, oh, we're going to see Sing too. Now, now mind you guys, this is my 32nd birthday. I just got to throw that out there. This is my 32nd birthday. So, okay, we get in the movies. We drive about an hour away. We go see Sing too, right? And then he like, boom, this is a surprise. I'm like, thanks. I think, no, y'all, I really wasn't feeling it because this is my 32nd birthday and he had me piped up for about 3 weeks to go see a cartoon movie. And then this is the icing on the cake, y'all. This is the icing on the cake. Not only did we go see the movie, we was the only couple in the movie. I know you might be saying, no, Tima, that's decent. He running out. No, it just was nobody was there to see the movie. Okay. And then this is the ice on the cake, y'all. The concession stand was closed. I couldn't even get no popcorn. I couldn't get no pretzels. So I say all of that to say this, y'all. That was the best, worst birthday because, after a while, now I was upset. I'm not gonna lie, I was upset. But he did listen to what I wanted because earlier in that week I did say that I wanted to see that movie. So he did. He heard me out. And then y'all, he also listened to when I said I wanted to go to a Sixers game. So the next day he did surprise me to go see the Sixers. So that was my best worst birthday.
So y'all know we had a session that Monday. We had a session. We had to talk that out.
Yes.
Fatima through it. Men are from Mars, Fatima, women are from Venus. Sometimes, he was pumped too.
He was so excited. I mean, he was in the car like, this is gonna be the best surprise ever. I ain't giving nothing. I ain't saying nothing. And then, Focus, I had to ask him. I was like, well, babe, why didn't we just go to the movie theaters we always go to, since it was right around, like maybe like 15 minutes as opposed to an hour? And he just was like, I just wanted a new experience. I wanted to go to a new experience. I'm like, okay, babe. Y'all, I'm telling you, Levon, when he passionate about something and when he got his mind on something, he's gonna do it, okay?
No, Levon, help us out, because the reason why this was so big is, one, you knew your wife wanted to go, but two, you don't like musicals and cartoons, right? So you thought, I'm gonna give her what she wants. This her day. I'm gonna suck it up and I'm gonna take it, right, Levon? Talk to us, Levon. What were you thinking?
I agree, and I agree. But the reason we went to the movie theater because I had a gift card and they had discount tickets. So that's why we go to the other one. So the other one we usually go to, but I went to the one Frank Mills because I had discount and it was right. So it was
which I can't be mad at, because I like me a good discount too, Focus. Okay, can't be mad at that. I can't be mad.
Then what happened was that she was mad the whole evening. So she was ticked off the whole evening. So
like, this is the surprise. This is the surprise.
So basically, so I don't like musicals at all. I'm not a musical person, but that scene too was actually really good. It was right.
So no, I was looking out of the side of my eye because I didn't want him to see that I really was enjoying the movie, though. But by the end of the night, I was laughing and everything.
So basically, there's more to the story. So when she got home, when we was driving home, she didn't say nothing. She was mad the whole time. She came to the house. We came to the house. She went to down the laundry floor, slammed the door, and I was like vented to, Jaleesa or Chrissy. I think she was vented to them. So I went upstairs and I was like, it can't be like this. So I went back out. She didn't know I went out. Went to Bob's, got some crabs, came back she was like, I thought with a World War III because I did something nice. Came back like 45 minutes. She didn't know I was gone. Like, she didn't know the TV was on. She knew I was gone the whole time. Came up there, got some crabs. So
I love crabs, y'all. I love seafood, so.
But she didn't tell you, on New Year's Day, I actually got her full body massage. She don't know about it. I planned it with her sister. So that was like part one. So. And
you played up for a bit, so that's all that matters.
Yeah. But she was mad. She was irritated. I was drive home. She was irritated. So.
Okay, guys, let's give Levon some love. Y'all come a little closer to the mic. Y'all going in and out a little bit. Give Levon some love. Oh my goodness. Did y'all hear? I just love the opportunity that we had to pull at it. We had to pull that apart in our session on that Monday, right? It was, and I was trying not to laugh. I had to bust out laughing my own self, because truly, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. You couldn't tell him he didn't plan the heck out of that, right?
Yeah.
Discount tickets, we're gonna take a nice drive, and get there, the place is closed. But until maturity to really get and give up that it was her 32nd birthday, and it should have been, right? Because we should all over ourselves and snuff out the love and the acknowledgement that
those expectations.
Yeah.
Those expectations. Yeah.
Talk about that, Fatima, the expectations.
Yeah, because you think you had this expectation about what they should, like you said, those shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and those things that you think in your mind, like, it's my 32nd birthday, he about to go all out. And then once I had a moment, because I went in my laundry room and I shut that door and I prayed because I was like, Lord, if I need to check myself because my emotions is all over the place right now. And I had these expectations in my head as to what I wanted. But then when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? He did listen to what I wanted. I did say that I wanted to see the movie. I was really excited about seeing the movie. I did say that I wanted to go to the Sixers game. I didn't even know about the tickets to the Sixers game until the next day. He invited another couple. He got the crab. So it might have not been what I expected, but it's definitely something that I wind up enjoying at the end of the day. So come on, that's a nugget right there. Don't be so in your emotions and so upset that you miss what they're doing. And like you always tell us, Focus, they're doing the best that they can.
Yeah.
He did the best that he knew that I would want. He had me in mind when he purchased those tickets. He had me in mind when he invited that couple, because I have been saying that I wanted to hang out with some more married friends. He also had me in mind when he bought those, had the personal masseuses come out to our home. They came to us, right? Because I had been having a crazy day at work, or just, work had been all over the place. And so he did. At the end of the day, my expectations may have been, something more of what I wanted, but ultimately he did the best that he could. And that's what I appreciate. Yeah.
Oh, let's give him some hand claps, guys. We wanted to really share that because that was just hysterical. And what Fatima just did is what's called stacking. So we learned that it's necessary to stack. That just means you just keep piling up all the awesomeness of what your spouse does, measure to the hiccup of driving an hour to a movie for discounted tickets to see Sing. And you really get the essence of who they are. And you go, oh, you know what? That was much love. So it might not have looked like you wanted it, but really getting the essence that this man loves me. He really all he was doing. You heard how she stacked it and stacked it and stacked it. And that's how you get rid of that anger with gratitude, right? That upset, that disappointment with gratitude. So good stuff. Now, LaVon got a story too now. Now we can't just, come on, men. We're going to represent y'all too. Now, this is one of the things that really get under the skin of a man when it comes to his plate, when it comes to his woman making sure he take care of the food. LaVon, what's your story about your 40th birthday?
Oh man, so the 40th birthday surprise party was something I did not expect. She was telling me that like 3 months we was going to this wedding. So I get dressed for the wedding. She used to be on time. But this year she was like, last days ago she wasn't like, she was just okay, all right, go to this wedding. But we went to the thing, and that night it was raining. So she went to the Dollar gets it was raining. So I get a card. I was like, I get a card. Okay, cool. We arrived at the venue. I was like, this is my spot for a wedding. So we got a subscriber. Okay, wonderful. We got to the venue, and I saw. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, what? Surprise! I literally walked out of the venue twice. It was a surprise for your birthday party. She all my people that I knew were there showed up. My mom. She got my mom out on a Saturday night. My mom never goes out ever. So, so she got out, it was a beautiful thing there. She had a whole program put together, the Focus was there as well. Mike, we had a couple of seniors that I highly respected, so it was a great event. But, so she know I love iced tea. So that night they had the iced tea mix there, but it was there no pitcher. So I had no iced tea that whole night, and then they got this bang cake, his birthday cake, like chocolate cake, and I never got a piece of it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, I ain't got treats either. So it was like,
to my defense, it was so many people there.
And I come up a little closer, Fatima, so we can hear you. What you say?
To my defense, it was a lot of people there, and I wasn't thinking of that plate,
Right? Yeah.
I was reading all of the people that came,
Yeah, but now I think about it now, but I was like, that was funny that I get my iced tea. I was like, everybody, I don't drink soda, so I had drunk soda like 5 years. So I was like, iced tea would have been perfect for me. And like the cake thing, okay, I'm not gonna worry about the cake, but the cake they had, it looked so good. I wanted something, and I get done. I was like, oh man, where the cake?
I was big man. He was mad at me, y'all.
Yes. which was hilarious because in the session is when he said it. We always do a debriefing after every event. First, because the way our sessions are set up, the first 30 minutes is legacy. So we talk about whatever business, right? And we talk about whatever business, and then the last 30 minutes is love, or whichever one is the most attention, right? Yeah. And all of a sudden, we talking about the party, and he was like, and I didn't even get any cake. Me and Fatima was like,
what? That had been the first time that I heard about this, y'all. I did not know that he was that upset about the cake.
I was upset at the time. So many people that I know. Yeah. And she broke down. I was like, I was like, I've never had a 40th birthday party before like that, you know, and she did a wonderful job, and because my friends were acting weird that whole week. I was testing what's going on. They weren't responding. I was like, it must be me or something. Maybe God moved another season or something. I don't know. If I saw it at the venue, I was like, okay, now I understand. I was like, but I truly, it was something that I could never forget.
Yeah. Beautiful. And here's what we want to point out with these two awesome people as individuals. We have individual experiences within a relationship that could have lasted for years. The bitterness of disappointment of what they thought each other did to one another. Right? Oh my God, I don't believe he did that or she did that. But having a safe place, like with myself or therapy or whatever tool you use, how awesome was that to be able to, because LaVon, it just happened. And me and Fatima was totally shocked because we were talking and it was sounding beautiful. And then all of a sudden, LaVon turned and said, and I didn't even get any cake. Like he was hyped just now, guys, at the top. It went from 0 to 10. Yes. But many men and women will harbor something like that in their heart for years, never to speak of it. So how was it, LaVon and Fatima, to have a space to like really flush things out immediately? How necessary was that, as opposed to weeks on end not speaking to each other or just harboring it because you didn't feel like it was a safe place to talk? How effective was that to have like a life coach or a space that we created to talk?
It was amazing. I often tell everybody, I was just telling my girlfriends today, like, you know, of course with God, it helped. Having God in our life and in our marriage, it helped us a lot. But it really was you being there, somebody that's, you helped us so much. We like you said, it really was a safe space, and having that, I can honestly tell you, I don't think that we would have made it, because having that person, that escape, even us doing one-on-one sessions and just having that person to kind of help with all of the emotions that we're feeling, all of the thoughts that are in our minds, for me, it was absolutely amazing to have you there, because you helped us realize what wasn't that deep, what was that deep, what we need to go deeper at that. Like, you helped us a lot in that. And so I honestly don't know. I would say that I don't think that we would be we would be here. I just don't think, in my heart of hearts, I don't think that we would.
Yeah. And I mentioned that because this is LaVon's big deal. This is also why LaVon wanted to do this. Because he really wanted to emphasize, and thank you for all the accolades. I totally accept it. But what I want to bring out is more of what LaVon caused us to have this as the visionary and the leader of this family and the man of God. He said, focus, people got to have someone like you, someone like you, or a therapist, a safe place, because we wouldn't have made it. It's crazy trying to bring two worlds together. So LaVon, this is where you were so passionate. We got to have safe spaces. And this is how your man talk got birthed, because I agree. So much going on. Go ahead, LaVon.
And so ironic that yesterday we went to this marriage marriage ministry event, and they mentioned about having a team. They actually who's on your team. And it kind of like get confirmation, that we are doing the right thing. Because a lot of times before, a lot of marriages don't have teams, right? It only has me, husband and wife, and that was it. And that, or the church. But now, in this 21st century, you need to have more people, because your wife, husband can't be everything for you. You need a therapist, you need a mentor, you need a coach, you need some friends you can vent to. A safe space. And then also the person, it able to receive and listen to you, because there were a lot of times I wanted to give up. But it's like I didn't want to give up. I'd say it, but in my heart I wanted to, because it was a lot. It was a lot that come with marriage, a lot of things that you don't get taught. And the plus you deal with deep, we're gonna talk about this later, about demons and things that come out after you say I do. So so it's very good to have safe space and things like that, because I felt like in this process I got to know some of my male friends that I knew before I got married, but now I got to know them on more deeper levels, so I think therapy is necessary for couples. Even before you say I do, and after you say I do, because those first years is rough. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be conflict, but at the same time, you gotta have someone like focus on your side that's gonna listen to you. They're gonna give you the juicy, but also be real with you. But you do it with love, and it's not like it's doing with love that make you feel better at the end of the day. So
that's exactly
again, cool
right.
to focus. We're gonna keep going with this. I know we might go all night. So
no, you're fine. Let's get some love real quick from the chat, and I want to hear from you, Fatima. Don't lose that focus, okay? So first of all, they all cracked up at both of y'all stories. Okay, so let me just tell you. Everybody was rolling, collaboration over competition. That's Melissa. Great overcoming, recovery. LeVon, when you did the Sixers game and the couples, so she said good job. Victoria by Design, which is Adrian. Adrian is for the Howard. So ask her any questions. Do you have any comments or questions that need some attention? She'll take care of you. She said, let's encourage LeVon. It's the thought that counts, right? Yes. Cracking up laughing, right? And then thank you. And then be encouraged. Ask for your cash app. So thank you for all those that bless them. And Adrian dropped that. So anybody want to bless the couple of the night, they're also giving 10% of whatever you give to them to Path to Greatness.
Yes, correct.
Where he helps children and he gets them book bags and all that good stuff. Brenda said, "You go, girl." To you,
Brenda Warren. Brenda Warren, thank you.
But Adrian said, "Awesome." Be encouraged is a lovely couple. Okay, Frida said, all right now, Frida says small things can eat at a relationship. You need to talk that stuff up so that you can let it go. You need to create the space to talk. All right now,
that's right,
Frida. That's what we got to do. So I love that you said that. And Savannah said happy anniversary. Let's see. Brenda said safe place is so key. And it is really so necessary. And Purple Pearl, that's Paige, our girl.
Paige.
Howard's so necessary, because when you first get together, you want to tend to go blah to your significant other, but we quickly created that village, and sometimes it happens that way. Like Fatima already had a village, us women, right? We got a lot of vehicles.
She had a big village, so
she had a big village, and
so with me, like, and I hope we get into this later for the men that's watching, that when you get married as a man, you feel by yourself. Sometimes there's a lot of pressure from being Black, being married in the community, when you see in the culture, the community, that a lot of our youth or young men coming up don't see married couples or married men, period. So, so they don't want to go in that direction. So it's a lot, it's a lot. You feel it by yourself, feel alone. You feel like I can't no one to talk to. Like she can dial someone in 5 seconds, they go out and 30 minutes later. Me, I took like 3 weeks to do that. So it's important to have that village, a safe space of people that you can talk to, vent to, because they might help you say what you want to say to your wife in a way that's different, instead of you saying after emotion and making things worse. So kudos to Johnson Rivers for that. Also, Patricia Gordon as well, Mike Burrow, all the people that really instrumental in this stuff, because it's not easy being married, especially in 2022. It's not easy. People want to give up so quickly. Want to use the D word, divorce. And I did. I'm being transparent because, she did, because I was heated when she said something that offended me, that triggered something that I don't want to say. It's basically, it was the N-word. So, and I can take it from anyone else, But for my wife, that was a whole different low for me. Because I know she didn't call me, but I think the way she acting like that, it was like, whoa. I was like, that was like the low blow for me. I was like, I felt so devastated, but I said it, but in my heart, I didn't mean it. I was just upset and shocked she said it. And she went off. We didn't talk like 2 days because we didn't talk 2 days. And it was very uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. And it was a lot. So, but I learned in the day I gotta forgive and know I gotta have tougher skin. But it's just a process. But
It's definitely a process.
you got to learn how to like sit back. Is it worth doing this?
Yeah. Beautiful, Fatima, and we're moving right along really good, and we're going to swing back to the successes. But let's go right where y'all took it at, which is how do you deal with the arguments? How do you deal with the upset? And you said it beautifully, Levon, because when we first came in, right, guys, we're talking to the village now. Fatima had a village, so it was now we needed to help Levon grow a village. And as Levon has publicly said many times over, it's hard to trust people because people hurt us. So we literally had to, me and Fatima had to fortify him and help him see people in his life that he could trust and grow with. So all the ladies just talking about, I don't want to Bob the Builder. Right. You're going to have to build your husband and he's going to have to build you in some way. So let that fallacy go, right? That there's something that's missing that would make the difference if you spoke life into your significant other. And Levon he was resistant for a while, but it was just his hurt that didn't want to hear. But once he got it going, now you got a men talk. What, every Sunday? Levon, tell us about that.
Every first Sunday of the month. So when that guy went actually next Sunday. So for those who are watching, a man that can join us, please join us next Sunday, because it's very important that men have a space to come together to talk and vent, share their vulnerabilities with one another and be okay with it, So, and just let that go, because we carry a lot of pressure, a lot of weight, and we don't know how to dump it, or let it go, so.
And I just want to speak to that because, as a newlywed, as a new wife, and as a strong woman, I didn't really understand what that meant. In the beginning, I kind of thought it was a weakness, and just being very transparent. I thought it was kind of like a weakness, but I had to learn, number one, I had to kind of change my thinking. It wasn't a weakness, it was a vulnerability. And it was his reality that he did not have the village, a huge village like I had. So number one, I had to change my tone. I had to change the way I thought. And I immediately knew that this is something that my husband wanted. He wanted, the village. He wanted the friends. He wanted the mentor. And I did have to speak life into him and saying, you are deserving of that. You can have that. And also help him see the people that is in his community and see the people that's in his circle, how much they already were doing those things. He just kind of had to heal through the hurt that he was already experiencing so that he could see where those people and who those people in his life were and what they were already doing. It's okay, babe. What they were already doing, and me allowing him to see that, oh my goodness, I saw a huge change, a huge shift in his thinking, that the people that was already in his community, they were, his circle. They were, the people that he could call on. And maybe they didn't answer because they were doing things, just shifting his thinking. Maybe they had family issues or whatever. And just, and then praying and asking God to send him, somebody that he can call a mentor. And he was able to find 2 people that way. So definitely the power of prayer. I believe in that, but also, speaking over your spouse and just truly believing that they can, walk in the authority that God called them to, and that they can heal through the process. It was a process for him, and it was a process for me as well.
Right. That's right. Beautifully said. Go ahead, Levon.
Yeah, like she said, like I was doing a lot of hurt for my past, and a lot of feeling like people were doing it, but I never really acknowledged it until she started speaking, understanding that you think about that stuff, And like I said, when I first got married, be completely honest, like it was a rough couple of months. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a rough couple of months, and trusting people and letting people in and let you know what's going on, and then as time went on, I started to just let the past go and just let go and trust people, because like I think through focus and also dive and rest as well, people acknowledging me that I meant a lot to them. And I didn't see that. I didn't honestly see that because I'm just a person that's trying to be showing God characteristic and show love. That was all I'm doing. It wasn't about me getting recognition and knowledge, but when people came back, they meant something. I meant something to them. That means a lot to me, and I didn't take credit for that. I didn't look up and say I am this person, and I didn't take it as seriously as far. I just say okay, whatever. I just now I have to acknowledge that, and it's been a journey. I'll tell you, it's still a journey, but that wall I had a year ago is way lower than it was now. So
give them some hand claps and some snaps, guys, in the comments. Drop some love for Levon. Drop some love.
And also, I also want to share. Also, I don't know how many these questions, but transition to family, transitioning. It was a rough adjustment for me because she had a big family.
And really quick, Levon, so we don't lose the comments, hold that, right? Don't go nowhere with it. I want you to hear the awesomeness of what everybody's saying about the segment we just went over, which is how y'all communicated, how y'all got over there, right? So Frida said, agreed. Even before you say I do, you need to be able to clean up the old relationship baggage, right? That's so necessary to be able to do that. And flat out, you can get married and a lot of that baggage come back because you didn't even know it was there, right? Then it start doing that, right? Then it started doing it. Then Victoria by Design said, on behalf of the Howards, welcome Beckwith. Okay, shout out. That's right. Agent on our job. Brenda says it takes a village. However, you need a village, let's see, with wisdom on the home as well. It's so necessary. Who's speaking life into you? Very good, Brenda. Thanks for saying that. And Paige said to you, Fatima, awesome observation about your husband. And Victoria by Design said, what a beautiful union. And Coach Adrian said, amen. Hand claps, lots of hand clap and love from Paige and from Gabrielle Dorsey. Lots of hand claps.
Yeah, Gabby. Yeah, Gabby.
Drop some love. So I want to stay there for a second, and then we're going to slip right back to going to the family. And that is, once again, just recognizing where your spouse is as an individual. Right? Because Fatima said, first I was looking like, really? You ain't got a village? Let's go. Right? And then and Levon saying, wow, look at all the village you got. I could never. Right? Here's in a relationship, we are a mirror to one another. And so you can be judgmental and critical, or you could allow that person to grow as the individual or in their own journey, which you heard Fatima just say. She had to realize my boo is in his own journey here. And she would look at, in them sessions, she would look at him. Levon would say, well, I don't have nobody. And Fatima would say, yes, you do. What about this one? What about that one? What about this one? And it gave him permission from her feminine energy, because without feminine energy, men have died. And I'm so serious in so many ways, right? But with her feminine energy, it was able to welcome his mind to open up and see the love, the respect, and the care. And she was in there for her man. Yes, you do, Levon. These people, look, all these people that showed up at your birthday. And I watched it give birth as she spoke life into her husband. It was beautiful. And now, such a different person in these sessions, because now he got a huge village. He already talk about the family. He goes to his therapist. He has the mentor, the man talk. So now when he comes to her, he's much more grounded. But before, when they first got together, he would just be blah. And she'd be like, whoa, wait a minute, this is too much, right? I can't be all of those things. But getting that rounded village, so much better. Now jump in and talk about the family, Levon. What were you ready to say about her having a big family?
The family was a big adjustment to me. She has a big family. They have a very personality. They, I had a family that was like, it was just me, my mom, and her boyfriend. So, and I'm being honest, I haven't seen my family like in person like that since COVID. So me going to her family, her family, and just into that, it was a big time shift for me. And being around people, famous that you see not every day, but regularly, just to show that they care. They see they know who you are, they know your name, they actually acknowledge you. That's always big for me, and especially Chrissy and Devonna, and also it's still an adjustment, being like stepson to them or brother-in-law, because like because my mom was never married, so I was the only child. So it was like me going to all this and having nieces and nephews, and there's a big adjustment for me. So like, so they still trying to get to know me. I try to get to know them, but I'm trying not to overdo it. I was trying to be present with them, be available, knowing that I'm here for you and you need anything, and not insert myself into them, but let them come to me naturally. They need me. So know that I'm a presence to them. So that was a big adjustment, to just getting on her family, and it was a lot. Her getting on my mom. My mom loves her. My mom really loves her. And she was the first, my mom was the first person that first woman I had that she invited over for dinner. So, personally, so it wasn't like for me, I have this, but she invited her to come to dinner on my birthday, not the year before. So, my mom liked her, and she was instrumental in me knowing that she's the one for me. And I remember, and I got set up for this day almost a year ago. She wrote this note saying that you need to read this because we got in this big debate over the phone. She heard everything. So the next day she wrote this letter and I read it. And so my mom broke down. She was like, she literally cried. She was like, don't do this to her. Don't let your pain take her away. So, and with that, and with that, I really had to look in the mirror and say, look, I had to let some of this stuff go, So, also, a lot of people don't know this as well, focus. Adrian on here that's doing the live, she's my coach as well. She coached me through the process as well. So a lot of times, no one know that Adrian, thank you so much. She coached me for the wedding. So we had coach sessions before we had got married. So a lot of people don't know that. So Adrian is a life coach, a trauma life coach for your trauma resilience. Yes, she helped me a lot as well. So big shout out to Adrian as well.
Absolutely. And we can't speed bump, through that. Adrian is amazing. She's at every one of their events. That's the person you see where it says Victorious by Design with Coach Adrian. She's at every one of their events, supporting them in whatever way she can. And she even brings her daughters, as well. So we can't, speed bump over that. And we definitely can't speed over the mama. Ladies, is still relevant, is still real. They absolutely look at their mama to see how they should be looking at you, and don't get it twisted. So it's so necessary that you meet and greet the mom with respect. Even if he's telling you all this stuff that didn't work in their childhood, that ain't for you to go start treating mama a certain kind of way. That's the quickest way to get the heck out of that relationship, because he's gonna look like, who you, to do that, right? But Fatima, with her wise and sweet self, she knows how to compartmentalize that, if you will, and was able to win, the heart of the mom. What would you like to talk about around that, Fatima? Because that's one of the questions here. We're talking about how did the gender role impact, how does society influence? Because some women is like, forget the mom, that's old school, right? That's part of social media now. Long as you get him and have good sex and cook, you ain't got to worry about his family, right? But what did you discover in that process when it comes to social media norms versus what Levon and his mom and his structure was?
Exactly. It was very important to me because I have such a huge family and because we do a lot together. I wanted to kind of incorporate what at first I had in my mind, like we just gonna all be one big happy family, and just different dynamics to that, nothing bad, but there's just different dynamics to that. So I was definitely intentional about getting to know my mother-in-law, making sure that she knew me, making sure that she knew that I appreciated all that she instilled in her son, and I think that her writing that letter to Levon, and even, hearing those words about how, you don't want to lose her. And I don't think that we had met at this point at that letter. I think I met her after the letter, right? Or did I meet her before?
That was before the letter.
Yeah, I met her before the letter?
Yeah,
okay. So I had only
before the letter.
Okay, so I only had met her one time. So I think that hearing those words, it just kind of reassured me, like, wow, like just knowing that she, this is her only child, And Levon lost his father, at a young age. But this is her pride and joy, right? So just knowing that she entrusted me. And she even, just last week, she told me, like, I really, truly thank God that he has you. I thank God that he has somebody like you, that he won't be alone. And you're an amazing woman. Just hearing those things are amazing. And so I love our relationship. She's so funny. She's so funny. But yeah, I love that we have a good relationship.
Beautiful, beautiful. Levon, did you want to speak to any of that? And let's take a quick peek. Adrian said, "Way to go, mom!" Right? Because moms matter. They make a difference in the son's choice. And how they dance in purple pearl. Paige said, "Awesome." Adrian said, "My pleasure, my brother." And way to go, Adrian, is what Brenda says. So yeah, we are chugging right along. This is really powerful. I want you guys to hear, because this is two dynamics. We're talking about an only child, and from a man's point of view, and a woman who has multiple siblings in a big family. They can make each other wrong, trying to create each other to be the other way. Right?
Exactly.
Be like, we don't really need all of that. You got me now. Right. And she be like, look, let everybody come over for Sunday dinner every Sunday.
Right.
It can be too much. And allow it, remembering that each of us are individuals when we come in a relationship. And there's a melting, there's a growing, there's a clearing you got to create for us to actually, kind of indoctrinate each other world, right? So then it's sweet and you're able to enjoy each part of each other and not like kind of overthrow one another. So we got a juicy question here that was, do gender roles play a part in your marriage, and how? How does gender roles play a part in your marriage?
So I think Levon and I, we're like, I definitely, love that he is the leader over our marriage. I love that, and that was a struggle in the beginning, because like I said, I'm such a strong woman and I came from a crazy situation. So it was hard to let my guard down and allow him to be the leader and allow him to lead me. But that's something that I desire, and from my husband. So, working through all of that, I think that, we're still learning those roles. We're still learning, but I'm definitely like, I love cooking for Levon. I love cooking dinner. I love cleaning. I think that we have a happy balance.
Okay.
Levon really understood, like, I was the stronger one with handling the finances, and, and we work with that, every time the bills are due, I'm sending him a list like, babe, this is doing this day, this is doing that day. And we split everything in half. It just works for us.
Yeah.
I agree. Also, sometimes
can you come a little closer, Levon? We couldn't hear you. What you say?
Sometimes as a man, it's okay to not know everything. So a lot of times we have, as a man, sometimes you're supposed to know every single thing. I know how to do this, that, and the third. There are a lot of things I didn't know how to do, like put flishing blinds together, put shades together. I didn't know how to do that. I was taught to do that. I had to learn how to do it by my own, be with Google, like YouTube, or reading directions, So also,
and can I say something to that? Because ladies, it's important that and we learned this yesterday, even at the marriage seminar, that you don't talk down on them when they don't know something, that you build them up. All from like, oh, well, babe, so-and-so knows how, maybe you give them a call just to give you some pointers, or, I'm big on YouTube. So I'm like, babe, look on YouTube, see if you can find a video to show you how to do it. Instead of saying, the analogy they used yesterday was like, the sink is still leaking. You still didn't do this. Them blinds still didn't be hung. Them blinds still didn't hang up. That's not gonna do anything but push them further away, not make them want to do it. So it's important that you build them up, help them. Like, it's something that, you want to get done, but there's a way to say it. Tone is everything. I'm learning that. I learned that tone is everything. We can't be talking down to our men, to our husbands as kids. We can't do it, because they will not, it just does something to them to have their wife do that, and they'll shut down and they won't want to do it. And it's just important that we use words to build them up, encouraging them. Like, babe, you hung them blinds up, babe. You did a good job. Those blinds are straight. And even though I gotta say this, the blinds may fall, okay, because they fell a few times, but until he got them blinds right, I was telling him, good job, babe, you hung them blinds.
And the one thing
that's right.
we got this sink, this little sink. Hold on, what I know was faucet. New faucet. She got it for a wedding gift. She was on me for like 4 months. We gonna put it together. We put it together. So
That's all I was saying it, y'all.
Yeah. So she was like, "When you gonna put this together? It's still here. So what are you doing?" So she went to Jamaica for a vacation in July. I was like, "This is the best time to do it." I was calling people, "Yo, put this thing together." She didn't know I was. So I found a contact friend. He came that Sunday, put his thing together. He did like 30 minutes. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me." She was like, "Oh my God, it's a sink." Like, so she was nagging me about the sink. And then also the lawn, mow the lawn because I grew in North Philly. We had no grass. So I didn't know how to mow the lawn. So and we had to get contact from Adrian to help out mow the lawn. So he did. My goal this year to learn how to mow a lawn. So it's okay as a man to not know everything. You don't have to know everything.
So is
humble yourself. So I don't mind doing the dishes, taking the trash out. I don't mind doing it every day. Because I know sometimes you fall asleep, and I just gotta do it. I don't want to come down the next day, her from work, and she got to cook for breakfast or whatever. So this is a sink. What are you doing? Like you down here all night, you do nothing. So I know. I know, but she had that look like
yeah. Well, guys, we are almost 5 minutes before. This has been amazing. We got 5 minutes left. Do you guys?
5 minutes.
I know. Do you guys want a part 2? Comment in it. Comment. Make a comment on Facebook, YouTube. Say yes. We want a part 2. We had some more juicy questions, but comment and let us know. Yes, focus. We want a part 2. Brenda said yes. Lift him up. Gabrielle said preach, sis. Brenda said that is wisdom, Lavon. This has been so helpful. Frida said, Fatima, you have learned so much in a year. Yes, man, there's grown women that's been married for years, still don't know how to speak life into their man and sit down somewhere instead of dogging him out all the time and don't even know. But these two are so coachable. We are here every Monday from 8:30 to 9:30 without fail. And they push each other through. Lavon gets his nap in.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And he's not the same without the nap, right, Fatima? Right.
He takes, Lavon don't do anything, okay? He takes that nap, okay? He takes that nap.
Yes. And now Fatima, she was like torn a little bit about the nap. I was like, Fatima, let that man take his nap, Fatima. You don't want to take away his nap. He made so many adjustments. Now, listen, eventually the nap is going to get shorter and shorter, especially when more responsibilities happen, right? Then there's going to be a necessity. And now they're looking at growing strong, keeping their health together, more responsibility, so it'll be less. But at the beginning, guys, we can't try to strip each other from all of the things that we use to comfort ourselves, what we're familiar with, because it's already a cultural shock. As you heard Lavon say, I was the only child. Now I'm living with a woman. It's my first and only time I've ever lived with a woman. It's a huge adjustment. So you want to
moving from North Philly to, like, you see all these poppy stores everywhere. Now to go to Fernwell, it's like, wait, that's not because but it's an adjustment as well, a big adjustment. Like sometimes you guys go back, it's like, I'm glad I moved. It's like it's still the same. I'm like, so.
Exactly. So the whole psyche had to turn around from the poppy store to now, peace and quiet. Dude, guys, this has been so enlightening.
Almost every day. I cook a lot. I love it though.
There you go. And to be able to celebrate each other. Let's end with one last juicy question, and then we're going to set up for a part 2. And here, first of all, let's end this way. You guys, you hear the amount of measurable growth that they have had that we wouldn't be able to see on a daily basis. Let's talk about the tangible growth they've made in this year. I'm gonna let them talk. I see you mentioned it already. Y'all got a LLC this year.
Yeah.
Right?
We got a car this year. We got a car last year, about being here in May. We did 2 powerful events, Couples in Cahoots, and also Laugh in Love with successful events. Very well attended. Also, a lot of people we got value from those events as well.
Started the business Hangin with
the house.
Actually got the LLC. That was huge. LeVon like grew in a lot of the businesses that he was already doing.
That's right.
Definitely made a huge, a lot of changes with that. What else, babe?
Also just the growth. Also asking for help.
Yeah.
Going to therapy.
Therapy.
Because she was saying that I was advocating for therapy, but I wasn't doing the therapy. I was talking to somebody, but I wasn't doing it. So I started going to therapy, I think last fall, because we got to a point where she was like, if I don't go to therapy, our marriage is not going to be the same. So I started going to therapy. I started going, because it's been really helpful. And a lot of the concepts that I learned, I'm hearing it again and again. That it reassuring that it was the right thing to do. So I'm just asking for couples out there. Therapy is not a death sentence. That mean you're crazy. That means you want to get better. So I implore every couple that you're married, about to get married, please go to therapy. Find someone like Focus or Miss Adrian, that are out here doing it, that will provide value in tangible ways to help you grow within yourself, but also letting go your old self.
And listen, I get it. I was the type of person that didn't really honor therapy or coaching or anything. I didn't think that it was a necessity. I didn't, but I was wrong. I was wrong because just having a different perspective, even if you have to read new books that are open your mind, books that are going to expand your mind, it really truly helps by not holding those things and harboring emotions that you may be feeling. Because I can honestly say in this first year of marriage that we both are, we've grown so much and we're still growing. We're going to continually be growing because we are committed to this covenant. And that's another thing. Once you're committed to your relationship and you're committed to making it work, you're going to you're going to read that book. You're going to read the word. You're going to pray together. You're going to sign up for this class. You're going to, eat this to make you, feel better. And you're going to exercise together. You're going to do whatever it takes to expand your mind, expand your perspective, get better in your relationship with God, and just so that you can be better for each other. And I can honestly say, as one that was not truly for counseling or for therapy, it works. And I have a different perspective now.
Wonderful, beautiful. Guys, let's give them some snaps. Let's give them some claps down in the comments. This has been powerful. I got goosebumps and I've been on the whole journey with them, just hearing them. Just hearing the wisdom that you all, yes, Brenda said, and Brenda know like I know, we've been around the block. Brenda says seasoned couples. I'm about to cry here. She says seasoned
because I'm gonna cry.
I know, I got the makeup on. She said, yes, that's right. LeVon was a cheerleader in our sessions. He was like, let it out, go on and cry. Seasoned couples have not been able to accomplish in 20 years. Now, me and Brenda both been around the block, so I'm a big amen to this. What you have done in 1 year. Wow. Congratulations. Keep learning, growing, supporting each other. So true. So true. They wouldn't even have half this list for a 20-year period because they're not on the same page. They're giving each other's ultimatum. You heard Fatima. She said our marriage won't be the same. She didn't say if you don't get divorced, I'm out. If you don't get therapy, I'm out. She said our marriage won't be the way you speak. We need to have transformational vocabulary. Watch your TV, transformational vocabulary. And our one-on-ones, Fatima was in there. She rolled up her sleeve. She's like, Focus, I need to get in my feminine power, right? This young lady took on her marriage, took on her being, her childhood, her images of women, her images of men. This is why they grew. LeVon was in here like, we got to do this, Focus. I need some help here, right? And he got in here and was exposing himself and vulnerable. We all didn't cry in these sessions. I mean, every Monday faithfully, and LeVon wanted to skip one Monday. Got on him like white on rice. She was like, oh no, we not. Oh no, we not. Ain't no need to. Right? She was like, backing each other up, just recognizing the necessity. And this is what you get. This is what you get. Two people that really love each other. They really love God. And they done tripped up many times in this year, yet they keep getting back up and they go back to their tools and they go, okay, this is what we need to do to rearrange and transform our mind. So it's been my plum pleasing pleasure to be here for you guys. And y'all are doing the work. Y'all show up faithfully every Monday. Y'all get in here, you do the assignments. Y'all come back. Sometimes it's done, sometimes it's not. But the intention is there. The intention of love and legacy is there. So this is a couple to model. If you want what is it called, Fatima?
Committed to the covenant.
Committed to the covenant. They're committed to the covenant. So it's bigger than you. When you realize it's bigger than you humble yourself and go, okay, this is my mess right here. But it's the covenant we need to honor, the position of husband and wife. So you bring down your tongue, your piercing voice, you know what I mean? Your attacks, right? And you get that thing done while she's in Jamaica, okay? Right? You do it. So listen, Howard, can we come back next Sunday? Because this is a part 2.
I think we need to.
Yeah, so we know I got the man talk, but we can do 8:15. That's fine. I'll break, Yeah, I could to my net, 8:15. We could do that. So
we definitely coming back.
Yes.
We definitely coming back.
Well, you all watch out for the new flyer. It'll say the sad time after this awesome couple. And now you see LaVon out there ministering to the men. Did y'all see Fatima post when she preached at our church? Man, this couple is on fire. So now, and listen, they also know, and I think this is also what helped them many days. Service to many leads to greatness. They recognize this not just our marriage. We did this publicly in front of our community, our brothers and sisters who never saw healthy marriages. It's not just about us. Would you say, and I want to ask you both, take about 60 seconds. If this was the last time y'all could speak in glory, we wake up in glory tomorrow. What do y'all want people to know about your marriage and the blessing of this year?
Listen, I would just say, after everything and after it's all said and done, keep God at the center. Keep God at the center. Keep God as the focus. Whatever you got to do to draw closer and draw nigh to him, he will give you the answer. He will restore. God restores everything. We didn't even get into it, but there have been 2 significant times that I took my ring off. I wanted to give up. But when I really mean that, being committed to the covenant, because there were days when I did not want to show up to be a wife, but I knew I had to show up to be a woman of God. I still knew that I had to be a Christian. I still knew that I had to follow and walk in my God-given authority as a woman of God, as a Christian woman. And so I would just say, be committed to each other, be committed to growing, be committed, to making it work, and not, when we hear that, we think of settling. No, like he's my person. I chose him as her. I stood before my family and friends and God and said, I do. And I mean that. And so just be committed to that person regardless of their flaws, and get help. If you don't know, if you're having a hard time communicating, if you don't know you feel like you're not being seen in your marriage, you feel like there are so many things that you are, trying to work through on your own, but you just don't know, you keep going against a wall, find help, seek help. I'm pretty sure Focus will be glad to have you guys, on her, mentoring you guys and help you out. It's not, we don't believe in the D word, divorce. We don't believe in that. We promote healthy and holistic and longevity. Okay, that's what Hanging with the Howard stands for. So I would just say, get help. You don't have to do it alone. You're not broken, even though we are broken, but you're not broke. You can be and pit back together again.
Yes. All right, look forward to the Fatima Women's Association coming out soon. We're gonna work on it. My husband already spoke that into her life, so you heard it right from here. Okay.
She did a great platform, as you said. We just wait for the date.
We wait for the date. Man of God, you close us out, man of God. And in 60
I want to say this to all the men out there. Marriage is not for the faint of heart. You gotta be committed to God. And God chose this woman to meet my wife. And I'm telling you, it's not what people tell you on TV or something like that. So you have to do the work. You can't be content and settled. Marriage is a lifelong journey. It's a commitment. You had to change. You had to evolve. To become a better person. It's okay to not know how to lead. It's okay to not know everything. A lot of times we're so prideful to think, oh, I got this, but we don't got it. I admit that I didn't know how to be a good husband. I didn't know how to lead. So it may be vulnerable from the beginning. We have someone like this, like Fatima. She will support you. She will give you the work you need to help them, uplift her, build her up. So build each other up, because there are days it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Sometimes you don't have to talk. You don't. It's sometimes okay to have a quiet moment. It's okay to walk away and get settled in. You walk away, but you not walk away from the late marriage. Sometimes you gotta get your mind right. So we come back, you can say the right thing in the right tone. So, but keep God first. Keep praying. Get some godly, wisely counsel that'll support you. That you can come to before you can come to in the middle of the night or something like that. So you won't commit infidelity, So keep people that are gonna pray for you, that will be there for you, that will support you and love you and tell you the truth. Tell you the truth, and also share the good times and bad times, Let's just keep God first, and just also we here as well to help mentor anyone that's struggling and trying to get help, or being stuck, or don't know where to go, or don't want to give up. We here to help as well. So we here to help you as well. But again, focus. Thank you to you for doing this with us. It's gonna be a part 2. Adrian, Brenda, Gabby, all those who's watching tonight. We coming back. Because we hope that we are saving someone's marriage tonight, or give someone hope to get married, or want to start dating again. So hope we get you to value tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The proof is in the pudding. And I so appreciate it. Fatima was adamant that she did not want no fake or phony kind of interview. And so was Levon. They was like, no, Focus. We want to make sure we should.
Supposed to be her.
Yeah.
I was just being here. I didn't want to do it.
No, because people, listen, I know for me, when I got married, I thought it was going to be Disney Channel, fairy tale, he in a sense he did come in on a white horse, right? Like, because he was amazing, but it wasn't that. It wasn't all bells and whistles, and we wanted our community, our family to know, because listen, they was there from the beginning too. They got to see our individual stories. They got to see, the testimony of being in an abusive relationship to, finding a man of God. So they saw it from the beginning. So I was, and I'm like, listen, I don't want no gimmicks. I want the real deal. Okay.
Yes, and we appreciate that. And we really do. Guys, go ahead and drop some love in the comments. If you're watching on a replay, put #replay. Drop in the comments. What was the nugget you got from this amazing couple? Listen, guys, this is tough to be this vulnerable and really show your heart and your soul, all in the name of helping somebody that you might not even know. So show them some love, give them some hearts, drop a comment and go, thank you for sharing. Here's what I got out of it. Put #replay. Go ahead and share this, because several people came to your mind like, oh, she needed to hear this. Oh, he needed to hear this. Because many times people assume a person changed, or now they changed up on me now that we got married. No, what happened is you see another side of them that they probably didn't even know themselves. They just as shocked at them. Tina would have never thought she took the rings off. We're going to pick that up next week.
Yeah, right? We got to pick that up.
We got to talk about that, right? We got to bring that back.
We'll start with that. We'll start with that.
We'll start with why she took the rings off. So you don't get into marriage to get divorced. So what would drive you to the point of taking the ring off? We're going to have a part 2. We're going to talk about that next week. Listen, share it. This lets us know you want to hear it. We're honoring our time to spend this time with you and continue to be vulnerable. We're going to see you next week. Hanging with the Howards. Hit subscribe. We thank you for being here, and I let the Howards thank you as well.
Thank you so much, guys. We love y'all. Thank you for rocking with us. We're going to bring some more content, y'all. We got some really good ideas, some exciting things coming up. We'll have more information next week when we come back for part 2 about what we got planned for Hanging with the Howards.
And also, we want to remind y'all for the men out there, Man Talk next Sunday, 5:30, preceding part 2 of Hangin with the Howards. So it's a good doubleheader next week. Next Sunday, good doubleheader. So
Doubleheader.
Yeah, so Hangin
like
Man
that.
Talk, and then the hour break at 8:15. Hangin with the Howards. So
It might be
Awesome.
7:15.
no.
Well, y'all work out the time. We waiting for the flyer. Everybody have a fantastic night. Go ahead and hit subscribe and like and share this video. Life will be changed as a result of you thinking of someone else. All right, guys.